In this video, we're going to cover every way you can possibly take a screenshot on Android. We'll kick things off with the simple two-button trick that works on pretty much any phone, and then we'll get into the really cool stuff, like scrolling screenshots that let you capture a whole web page in one go. By the end of this, you'll be a screenshot pro, no matter which Android phone is in your pocket. Let's start with the absolute basics. The world of Android is huge, with phones from Google, Samsung, OnePlus, and a ton of other brands. That variety is awesome, but it can also get confusing. Luckily, a couple of core methods for taking a screenshot are nearly universal. The most common can't-go-wrong method is pressing two buttons. On almost every modern Android phone, you can take a screenshot by simply pressing the power button and the volume down button at the same time. You just need to hold them for a second. You'll usually see a flash on the screen and hear a shutter sound, which lets you know the screenshot was taken. Right after, a small preview thumbnail will pop up at the bottom of your screen. Think of this little preview as your launch pad for what's next. From here, you can instantly share the screenshot, edit it, or just let it fade away to be saved automatically. It's a really simple and effective method, but the timing can be a little tricky. If you press the buttons one after the other instead of at the same time, you might end up turning your volume down or opening the power menu. It's all about a quick, simultaneous press and release. If you happen to have an older Android device with a physical home button, you might need to use a different combo, like the power button and the home button. So what if that button combo feels clumsy or just isn't working for you? On some Android phones, there's another way. If you press and hold the power button for a few seconds, a menu might appear. Alongside power off and restart, you might see a screenshot button. Tapping this captures your screen just as well as the button combo. Don't be surprised if you don't see this one though. It's less common and depends on your specific device. Once you've grabbed your image, the next question is, where did it go? By default, all your screenshots are saved to a dedicated folder. You can find them by opening your phone's Gallery or Google Photos app. Inside the app, look for an Albums or Library section, and you should see a folder that's clearly labeled Screenshots. On some phones, this might be inside another folder, like Pictures. Every screenshot you take, no matter how you take it, will end up right here. The button method is a reliable classic, but it isn't always the easiest, right? Maybe your hands are messy or you're trying to grab something on screen without fumbling with buttons. Android has some slick solutions for exactly these moments. First up is the Quick Settings panel. This is the menu you get when you swipe down from the top of your screen. Swipe down once to see your notifications, and then a second time to show a grid of toggles for things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and your flashlight. In this grid, you'll often find a screenshot or screen capture tile. Just tap it and your screen is instantly captured, no buttons needed. But what if you don't see that screenshot tile? Don't worry, it's probably just hanging out in the background. On most Android phones, you can edit this Quick Settings panel. Swipe down twice, look for a pencil icon or an edit button, and tap it. This will show you a bunch of other inactive tiles. Find the screenshot tile, then just press, hold, and drag it into the active area of your quick settings. Once it's there, you'll have one-tap screenshot access from anywhere on your phone. It's a fantastic quality of life tweak that I suggest every Android user sets up. Alright, next up, going completely hands-free with the Google Assistant. If you have Google Assistant set up, taking a screenshot is as easy as talking to your phone. Just wake it up by saying, "Hey Google," or by long pressing your home button, and then say, "Take a screenshot." The assistant will confirm it and snap the screen for you. A notification will then pop up, letting you share or edit the image. This is a lifesaver when your hands are full or if you need to capture a screen without touching the phone, which might change what's on the display. Samsung users have a similar option with Bixby. Just say, "Hi Bixby, take a screenshot," to do the same thing. Finally, if you're a Google Pixel user, you have another clever shortcut right from the app switcher view. When you use gesture navigation, you can swipe up from the bottom and hold to see your recent apps. For each open app, you'll likely see a screenshot button at the bottom. Tapping this captures just that app's window without including your status bar or anything else on the screen. It's a great targeted way to grab an image of a specific app. These other methods give you a ton of flexibility, making sure you can always get the shot no matter what's going on. Alright, if you've learned something new so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It's a huge help for the channel. Now let's get into the really advanced stuff. We've covered the basics, but modern Android phones pack some seriously powerful screenshot tools. Let's get into the features that will upgrade your screenshot skills, starting with the one everyone asks about, the scrolling screenshot. A scrolling screenshot, sometimes called a long or extended screenshot, lets you capture way more than what's on your screen at any time. Think about saving an entire web page, a long text conversation, or a full recipe without having to take a bunch of separate screenshots. While this feature got a big boost with Android 12, how it works really comes down to your phone's manufacturer. It's not a standard feature on every single Android phone, but it is very common. Let's see how it works on stock Android, like on a Google Pixel phone. First, take a normal screenshot with the power and volume down buttons. When the little thumbnail preview shows up, you should see a button that says Capture More. Tap it, and this opens a new view with an expanded version of your screen. To capture more, just drag the bottom border of the crop window down. As you drag, the page scrolls and the captured area gets bigger. You can drag it all the way to the end or stop whenever you want. When you're done, tap Save, and your long screenshot is ready in your gallery. Now, if you've got a Samsung Galaxy device, the process is a little different, but just as simple. You might need to check that the feature is on first. Go to Settings, then Advanced Features and Screenshots and Screen Recorder, and make sure Show Toolbar After Capturing is toggled on. Now take a screenshot. In the toolbar that appears, you'll see an icon with two downward arrows. This is the Scroll Capture button. Tap it, and the phone will automatically scroll down and add the next section to your screenshot. You can keep tapping this icon to capture more and more of the page. When you're finished, just tap away from the toolbar, and the final, long image is saved. It's good to know that scrolling screenshots don't work perfectly in every single app. It all depends on how the app was built, but it works great in most web browsers, social media feeds, and messaging apps. Beyond scrolling, many phones offer gesture-based shortcuts. Once you get used to them, these can be the absolute fastest way to take a screenshot. On many Samsung phones, there's a feature called Palm Swipe to Capture. To use it, you'll need to enable it in your settings under Advanced Features and then Motions and Gestures. Once it's on, you can just swipe the entire side of your hand across the screen to take a screenshot. Make sure your hand stays in contact with the screen while you swipe. Other phone makers have their own gestures. Some phones, like those from Xiaomi, use a 3-finger swipe down gesture. And on recent Google Pixel phones, there's a quick tap feature that lets you double tap the back of your phone to perform an action, which can be set to take a screenshot. You can turn this on in your settings under System, then Gestures, then Quick Tap. These gesture controls are super intuitive and will feel like second nature in no time. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about taking a screenshot on Android. We've gone from the classic power and volume down method to the handy quick settings tile and hands-free Google Assistant commands. We also mastered advanced tricks like capturing entire web pages with scrolling screenshots on both stock Android and Samsung phones, and we explored speedy gestures like the palm swipe and back tap. So now, no matter what you're trying to save, you've got a whole toolbox of methods to choose from. You can pick the one that feels the most comfortable and efficient for you in any situation. The best part about Android is that there's usually more than one way to do things, and hopefully this guide has shown you how to take full advantage of that. If this guide helped you out and you learned something new today, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. It's a huge help for the channel. And for more deep dives into Android, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.